Hi there everybody and welcome back to another simple Sienna session. So it's been a little while, so we're gonna play a little bit of a catch up and then I'll go ahead and explain everything, and then since the semester just ended, I can go ahead and talk about any future little things I want to do. So let's go ahead and continue. So first and foremost, I have moved over to Massachusetts for nursing school. So I moved here about 2 months ago, middle of June. And so I've been a little busy just transitioning into my apartment and overall, getting settled in. And so actually, I'll be downsizing. I'm actually living in a 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom right now. And then, downsizing to a 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom. And for a good reason. So, as most of you all know, nursing school means being involved in clinicals, and clinicals usually take place in a hospital setting. And so, worst case scenario, in the event if I ever, fingers crossed, do not, get COVID, I want to at least quarantine myself so I don't get anyone else sick around me and things like that. Right now, projecting wise, they are planning to have in-person clinicals starting in September. So, fingers crossed that goes through. But yeah, life is just a little crazy. So I've been here. I've been really focused on school. School literally just ended yesterday. Today's August 14th. Ended yesterday, August 13th. And so took our finals. I passed all my finals. So all the hard work that has been going on the past week, just studying, and working hard and taking breaks, has paid off. Thank the Lord above. And I must say, online school is not fun. I mean, fun in the sense that it's not the same. But this was to be expected since the program I'm in is a hybrid program, so technically everything is online already. It's just that labs and clinicals would technically be in person, but because of what, we all had to have online labs and online clinicals. It's a little weird, but hey, sometimes in life you really just have to make the most of what you got. And what we got right now is at least we have the opportunity to be involved in education that lets us learn. And yeah, because learning is great. Not only that, I also believe in the school and trust in the school that they will, go through with everything. And I understand that a lot of my classmates are very upset that we don't have the in-person, and I totally 100% get that. I'm also a kinesthetic learner, so I'm a very hands-on person, but again, sometimes you really just have to make the most of what we got. And I don't want to say that we got robbed from an education. I mean, honestly, if you think about it, a lot of classroom settings and education settings are going to be online anyway. In fact, I've seen stories of where a lot of nursing schools have had to postpone their start date. So in reality, I think we do have the best of what we have right now, and I think that should be something that we should appreciate more and not completely criticize the school and the hospitals for it, because life is just so unpredictable right now, even with all the numbers skyrocketing for the lack of leadership that is within this country. Yeah. But overall, nursing school is going great. I am thoroughly enjoying learning new things other than, tests are hard. So, I'll make a new video for this, but I will provide some tips on how to be successful with the whole online learning and over how you can make the most of your experience, because again, really, learning is all about making most of what you're given, and so you can't blame others. You really can't blame the way the school is running everything right now because of the circumstances we're given. Sometimes you really just have to kind of go with it. I think it's great to voice your opinions and your critiques and how they can better do it versus fill out blaming them. I think that's unfair to them personally. So, be a little conscious and cognizant of your professors everywhere. This is all in like the education setting. Be very cognizant of what they're doing, and also keep in mind a lot of the professors and things and teachers that are working at the university level. I'm not saying that age is a problem, but do keep in mind that Technology may not be someone's strong suit. I know for a lot of people, technology is very challenging. So give them the benefit of the doubt. Understand that things aren't always going to go smooth, and that's okay. That's life in a nutshell. Some life is just. But I have to admit, I really am enjoying the program. I do like what I am learning and being able to apply it, and I'm very grateful, so very grateful that I've had a lot of past experiences working as a certified nurse assistant, a medical assistant, and a health assistant to basically give me a better outlook on how to approach the work and what we're doing as future nurses. So thank the Lord. And so things like that remind me, things happen for a reason. Life puts you on a path, on the right path where you should be. And even though you may not agree with it, I do think life has a plan for you. So that's really the most important thing to remember, be cognizant about. And if life doesn't work out the way you want it to, it's all about how you handle the situation and your attitude about it. So keep that in mind. And aside from nursing school, the apartment complex that I live in has a 24-hour gym, and it had just opened right when I got here because of the opening phases. So God bless, because I've been going to the gym, perfect stress relief, and not to say I need the gym, but having a workout environment is just so helpful. And obviously I've done home workouts. They definitely aren't the same, but it does get the work done. But again, just having that environment where I can work out, be in the zone. Ooh, chef's kiss. I will have to admit, Massachusetts is not like California. So at least with California, the roads are straight, and the roads here are like literally the amount of times I've missed a turn, even with GPS. Oh, it's so confusing. Like, why are the roads not straight? Why do they curve? Why do they go like a sharp turn and then another sharp turn? Huh? What? It's so confusing. I just can't do it. But, I have to get from A to B, grocery stores and everything. So I have to do it. So it is what it is. But overall, I am enjoying my stay here. I've made friends, a couple friends. My roommate that lived here for a little while, she and I got really close, and she and I have hung out a couple times, and we really connect. Her and her now fiance, we all really just connect on a very, I don't know, like cellular level. We understand each other's like inner thoughts. I like to think that we're a little nerdy, kind of cool, and I've really just enjoyed hanging out with them, and so I'm very happy I made at least one or two friends here. And it's kind of hard making friends when you're in quarantine because literally you can't really go anywhere. I mean, you can. I just try to choose not to, simply because I know going out, I don't want to put myself at risk, and I don't want to put others at risk, even though I really haven't been out. But the point is, I do believe in taking extra precautions, because the numbers are going up, and then there are rises in the death cases. So this is just an opportunity for me to kind of take it easy right now, and it kind of works out because then me not going out makes me focus on school and stay inside. So that's what we've been doing. I've also picked up on cooking a lot more. So I never realized how much I would really like cooking. I mean, I like to bake. When I was at home and everything with my family, baking was great, but I think it's just so nice to have my own spot to cook. I have all the ingredients I need, and I have all the seasonings, and just everything I need to cook and want to cook. I can do it without feeling pressure that my stuff will get in the way of my family's, because my grandma got a lot of stuff in the house, and we don't want to get rid of it. It's her stuff, so it's just nice being able to really have a place of my own. I've really enjoyed doing things for myself, being a lot more self-sufficient, and basically providing for myself. So that's been really nice. I think it's nice that I'm doing it now at age 25 versus me doing it at 18, because I think obviously at 18 you do learn things a lot better and faster, and sometimes the harder way. But I think now being older has made the transition into the adult world easier for me, simply because I think as the oldest daughter too, and eldest of 4 siblings, you're kind of pushed into being mature and on top of things. And so now that I'm doing it here, I don't feel like I'm falling behind on my chores or anything like that. I mean, my room is still kind of a mess, but my kitchen and living area are nice and clean. Dishes are always done. I always throw out the trash. So it's not that I can't do it. It's just I think that being here on my own has allowed me to be more conscious of it. And again, since I am on my own, no one else is gonna do it, so I have to do it. And if I want to blame someone, I can't blame someone because I'm the only one here. What else has been new? So I had just recently picked up a brand ambassador position with Organe, which is a protein powder or a group brand. Yeah. And so basically I've been using the protein powders for over a year now, and I really like it. And I just think with this one, it feels clean, it doesn't feel heavy on you, and again, you're getting the right amount of nutrients. I really like adding the Organe protein powder into my smoothies, and because I do make smoothies on the regular, especially since it's been hot. And they're also perfect way for me to get my fruits, my veggies. I do put chia seeds, and so basically it's just jam packed with a lot of good nutrients. So I really enjoy making it. So if you want, just use code Sienna30 at Organe.com for 30% off your first order. Information will also be down in the description below for your reference. I do encourage you to use it, so that way you can, if you're someone that needs something to motivate you to, you know, eat healthier things, or you're trying to figure out what protein powders work out for you, give this a try. You won't be disappointed. But aside from that, since school is over, I'm just trying to find ways to keep myself busy, and so I'm going to be dabbling into more of my passion projects. I'm going to be updating my website again. I'm going to be making more video podcasts. I do want to make a video podcast that goes over things you need and should have, or recommendations for online schooling, especially for nursing school. So I do want to be able to provide resources for that. I also want to provide mentorship and guidance to those who are thinking about heading into the nursing journey. So really, I want to just stay busy, and I have an opportunity to mentor a few people along this nursing school stuff. I've really enjoyed encouraging people and pushing people in the right direction, and that's really my end goal too, where I also want to hopefully inspire and work with students who are struggling or need extra help along their way, because I know for myself I would have really benefited from someone who could have given me a lot more guidance early on in my college years. It wasn't until after college that I really got that guidance, but again, hopefully I can be a helpful resource and mentor for any of you who are interested in pursuing nursing, or just need advice on how to endure nursing school during a pandemic and doing all the online stuff. It's a lot. So hopefully I can be someone that gives you the advice that you need, and overall provide you with as much support as possible. And really, that's what I believe in. I also just really believe in being kind, being supportive, and being positive. Not toxic positivity, that's for another subject. But overall, just being as supportive as possible and kind as possible to as many people as I can be. Because you never know what other people can be going through. And it also just really sucks when you encounter people that can deter you from being positive. Because all you want to do is be helpful. And I know for some people it can rub them the wrong way, but I don't think that's technically that person's fault. For the person that's trying to spread positivity, I don't think it's their fault. Maybe it can come off a little weird. Maybe it might not rub off the right way on some people, but you really can't knock someone down for trying to be helpful and positive. I think when you do that, you're really shocking yourself with how much you're insecure about yourself versus trying to be this person and trying to knock them down. So I really think that if you're someone who struggles with maybe accepting positive behavior, or someone who is trying to be helpful to others, maybe take a moment to maybe just talk to that person versus, being rude and being shady and being catty. I think just think of all the problems that could go away if we just talk to a person we have a problem with, versus trying to gossip and say nasty things. And hopefully the dialogue can change, but again, you really can't push harm onto people who are trying to make positive changes and overall positive environment to everyone, because right now life is kind of dark. It's kind of harsh right now, and with so much stuff just going on in the world, I think, and that's the thing for me too, it's like there's just so much negative energy and negative things going on in the world, and I feel like, if I can be that one kind person for others, it really, gets rid of the negative energy that's in the world. And I think the more we can spread kindness and positivity, again, good positivity, not toxic positivity, then just imagine things that can change. And not just positive behavior, but just believing in science and believing in people who have spent years in school trying to... I think y'all know where I'm going with this. I don't want to go into too much detail about that. But, give credit to where credit is due. People who have been working years in their field, for a good majority of it, they do know what they're talking about. And this can be related to anything. People who have been professors and nurses and things like that. If you really think about it, I'm not sure if you guys all have done this, but I want you to go look at your professors. I want you to go see a lot of the work that they've done. Because I feel like so many students backlash at their professors for being a certain way and teaching harsh and things of that nature. But when you really think about it, professors, they do the work that they do because they have a passion for it. I don't think I've ever met a professor who has not had a passion for what they've done. There may be a couple that are like, but I mean, there's always going to be a couple booty holes professors out there. But really look into what your professors have done and contributed to their field, because you'll be very amazed at what they do. There's actually a lot of professors that have contributed to a lot of research, because in order to be a professor, you have to get a doctorate. Like, and I'm talking about like a part-time professor, you can have a master's for that. They still have a thesis and everything, but people with the PhD, the doctorate, and EDD, whatever, they've done a lot of research for good reason into their work, and that's what makes them good, and that's what makes them so credible, and that's why I can't fault them for the work that they do. Now, of course, the work that they do and then putting it to education might be a little different, but it's important to, at least address your problems with the subject with your professors, and then hopefully things get resolved then. And if not, then sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands and be like, you know what? I'm going to learn the material some way, shape, or form, because I know that learning the material will benefit me, versus trying to be very catty and being evil towards your professors who really are just trying to help you. So that's just my 2 cents. I have no idea where I went on that rant. But yeah, so look into your professor's background, see the work that they've done. They've done a lot of stuff to get where they are. And that's why they're doing what they're doing, because they want to continue that legacy of building better professionals for their work, and overall, hopefully inspiring some other students to do the same. So that's really where I was going with that. That's also one thing I want to do too, is I want to go into research. I want to be a professor, work as a instructor someday, or even a preceptor, and again, inspire future healthcare providers, future nurses. And I know I'm going to get a lot of backlash from people who may not agree with how I do things, but at the same time, it's give credit to where credit is due. Understand that professors have done the work to get you where you need to go. Okay? So don't fault them, especially in the online learning stuff right now. Again, remember, a lot of them are older. So it might not be, some of them might not be as tech savvy. Give them the credit, give them the benefit of the doubt, because life is changing. It's important that we be open-minded and flexible with it too. And again, if you have a problem with it, talk to your professor in a professional and mature manner. This is, again, a test of maturity here, and not just, I've said this many, many, many times. Complaining is not going to do anything. You can complain all you want, but the energy you're putting into complaining can really be put into a lot of productive things such as talking to your professor if you have a problem, versus just complaining just to complain. So that's just my 24 cents because I totally went on a huge tangent about that. Sorry. But anywho, I think that's enough for me ranting. I have no idea what the heck I ranted about, but school's going great. I got some passion projects going live soon, and hopefully I can do some more while I have some time off from school. Taking a break too. Self-care is important. I address self-care so harshly. Ugh. Practice what you preach, man. So anyway, thank you all for listening to this. I will continue to update you all on my nursing journey and also my life as well, and also hopefully provide more resources and advice to all of you who are pursuing the nursing route or even trying to adjust to all of this online learning and just overall quarantine life. So hang in there. I don't want to say this too will pass, but I do want to know that there is, like Uncle Arrow said, you might not see that light at the end of the tunnel, but if you keep moving, you will come to a better place. I think I got that quote right. All right. Well, thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope that you have the opportunity to learn, take care of yourselves, and again, ask for help when you need it. Talk to you later.